All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Let's start today by warming up with just like some spine movement first and prepare. And then we're going to go right into our practice, okay? So we're going to use that section 1 as a way to warm up. So feet shoulders width apart. Remember to relax your lower back or waist down, finding length through the tailbone all the way through the crown of your head. Arms to the side. Remember that little piece of fruit underneath. And then we're just going to swing. Just let the arms go. Move from that center body, turning on what we call that Tai Chi pole, right? So nice lifting through the spine. Let those hands just strike the lower back. Nice breathing, right? We want that smooth, even, continuous breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose or mouth. And then we'll slowly ease off. Come back to center. Roll those shoulders back a few times. Get moving here a little bit. And then we're going to shake them down. Shake that energy down. Okay. We're going to get right into it. All right. So I'm going to turn the other direction and we're going to go from prepare and we're going to move all the way through, fan through the back, which is what we were working on in our previous class. Remember that eventually we're going to kind of focus on doing this section 1 before class. So if you want to join in a little bit earlier, and then we're going to start at the beginning of section 2, which is that cross hands movement. Okay. So let's get started. All right. Prepare, feet shoulders width apart, head lifting up, shoulders down, waist relaxed, fingertips brush the sides of your thighs, and that little piece of fruit is underneath your arms. Opening, rotate your palms, lift them up to shoulder height and shoulder width. Upper arms go down, forearms, and then palms till they sit in front of your hips. Shift your weight to the left. Turn and open to the right. Right arm comes on top, reaching out. Left arm bends underneath as we step. Press down with that right arm, lift up with the left. Ward off left. Shift your weight back. Turn everything together, leg, waist, arms. Rotate both arms, bend the right arm underneath and step out. Ward off right. Right arm hinges up, left palm press down. Rotate both arms like there's a string together. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist, roll back. Touch left hand to right forearm. Expand up and out for press. Open up both arms. Come back over a ball, sitting up those palms, leaning into it, and push. Our iconic move, single whip, flatten the arm. Turn from your waist. Turn on your right heel, whole body, big circle. Press down. And then we're going to make a hook with the right hand. Stepping wide enough, standing ward off, and palm strike. Shift back, turn on your left heel. Open up your hook, both arms open. Touch with your right heel and turn from your waist. Both arms go down, circle, then the left arm comes on top. Step, right arm on the outside comes overhead, white crane, spreads its wings. Look at your right palm. Left arm comes up, 2 circles, step, brush knee, and strike. Hand strums the lute, reaching out, pull back, up and down. Hands look like play guitar. Right arm circles down, sit up that palm, hand comes to the shoulder, and then straight out. Other side, rotate that left arm coming up, swing down, step, open, and left palm. One more. Shift back and turn. Swing the right arm down. Step, open, and strike. Okay, hand strums the glute. Reach forward, step in. Pull back, up and down with the arms. Touch with the left heel. Last brush knee. Right arm swings down. Step. Brush off that table, and then right palm goes out. Left arm comes up, turn everything together on that left side. Both arms go down, make a fist, touch, parry to the side, left arm and leg go out together, and then we punch. Open up the arms, both palms face the sky. Breaking that grab as you pull the right arm back. Hands sit in front of the chest, and then we push. Turning that right arm facing out, and then chop to the corner as you turn the left foot. Wild West arms as we center in, step, cross hands, right arm on the outside. Shifting right, turn everything together on your left heel. Separate the arms. 2 circles, left arm goes down, big circle as you step. It's just like brush knee, except with a different meaning. Bicycle the arms, right hand comes up in front of the shoulder and connects out, and then we turn. Touching left palm to right forearm, expand out for press. Open up both arms, come back over the ball, sit up the palms, and then push. Fist under elbow, flatten the arms, just like single whip. Turn from your waist, big circle. We're going to push out to that side direction as we relax the left foot. Step, connect with the left arm. Rotate the left arm as you step with the right foot. Come down, lifting, punching, and touching with the left heel. Repulse monkey, rotate that right arm, open up the fist, step back. Shift off your right heel as you turn. Use your elbow, rotate that left arm, right palm faces the sky, and we step. Push back and turn from your waist. Last one. Torsos to straight as we touch, and then we shift and turn. Open up both arms. Big circle. Remember, we can do it transition step and then step again or open. Big turn, diagonal flying. Repeat. Open up the arms. Step back. Raise hands. Turn from your waist. Close your arms like a clap and miss. Both arms go down, circle. Left arm on top, and we step. Right arm on the outside. White crane spreads its wings. Look at your right palm for brush knee. Left arm goes up, right arm down, then they switch. Step, brush off that table, right palm. Needle at C-bottom. Reaching forward, step in. Pull your right arm back, hand comes to the temple, elbows down. Touch with the ball of the foot. Fold forward from your waist. Left hand to the right wrist, palms face out. Step, pulling, and left palm strike. Looking towards your left palm, both shoulders down. Remember, right hands by the temple, palm facing out. Check. If you make a hook, does it feel like single whip? Vertical torso. Stand through the back. Nice. Oh, it's looking so good. You should be so proud. Okay, are we feeling good? All right, so today's movement is called turn body, chop with fist. All right, so I want to show you from two different directions first, okay? This is going to make it a little bit easier, so just watch. All right, so we're in stand through the back, okay? Remember the movement's called turn body. We're going to turn completely around, make a fist, and then we're going to chop out, and then it's a normal palm strike, okay? So I'm going to show you again, different direction, okay? So from fan through the back, we're going to turn, protect our head, press down. Make a fist as we relax, then step and chop, weight stays back, and then we move forward, okay? So this has a lot going on, right? So let's break it down. Footwork first, okay? So we're in a normal bow stance with our left foot forward, okay? Should be a little bit easier because you're going to turn towards your screen, okay? So remember, we're vertical. We're not leaning in. We're in fan through the back here, okay? Shift your weight to your right leg. You're going to turn on your left heel as far as you can. Turn that foot until it's corner direction, this way. Because our new bow stance is going the other direction, so we're pigeon-toed for a moment. You're going to shift your weight to your left and relax that right foot right away. Now draw it in and then step wide enough, touch with your whole foot. Remember, chop and touch, and then move forward. Normal bow stance. Now this is where we want to check. If you turned your left toes to straight, do you have two lines between your feet? Okay, nice, okay? This is really hard to achieve, okay? Because of that turning movement, we have to be really aware of how wide we're stepping. I love it, this is awesome, okay? So let's do it a few times, okay? Remember that we can always make adjustments in our footwork. The thing that really helps us turn is that shifting of the weight, okay? So sinking into the right leg, step out with that left. Remember, we're not leaning, we're in fan through the back, so we're vertical here, okay? Shift all your weight to the right leg. Now we can turn that on that left heel all the way, so turn the torso. We're really sinking into that right leg here. Everything's turned. Now relax that right foot as you bring the weight to the left leg. We're really feeling strong in the legs. We're going to pick up and we're going to step out. Heel, ball of foot, toes touch, bend the knee. This is really important. Make sure your weight's back here because we're going to chop first and we just want to have that connection. So like a cat touching the ground, we're feeling it out. It's good. Okay, we're solid. Now move forward. Nice. Yes. Perfect. Let's do it one more time. Okay. Fan through the back. Step. Vertical torso. Sitting up nice and tall. Shift your weight to the right leg. So shifting back. Turn on that left heel as far as possible. Corner direction. Relax your right foot as you shift weights in the left leg. Pick up. We're going to step out and chop. We're actually open to the corner here. And then we're going to move forward and turn our torso to straight. All right, it looks great. Do we have any questions?
Comment.
Yes.
We're really spinning. This is really moving.
Yes, so this is one of the great aspects of gaining balance in our Tai Chi practice, okay? This is where it's really important to make sure we have it clear with our weight shift, okay? So that's what's gonna make us have that ability to move back and forth, okay? So let me show you one more time, just the arms, okay? So We're starting in fan through the back. This is where we're going to do a big turn. Okay, we're protecting our head and pressing down. We make a fist and we're going to chop and then we're going to strike. Okay, we're going to do this a few times. Okay, so the first thing we're going to work on is the right arm. Okay, so remember in fan through the back, we're going to come a little bit closer so we can see. Left palm is striking. That right hand is where? By the temple. Okay, elbows pointing back. So remember, we want to try and let that elbow sink down. Beautiful. Okay, drop the left arm. Okay, what's going to happen is you don't know what's coming from behind you. I know you're not here for martial arts, but this helps us understand the meaning, right? So something's coming from behind. You're going to turn and you're going to press down. Okay, so I'm going to come towards you again. All right, we're going to face each other. You're coming from above and you're going to press down. Okay, see, how are we doing? Good. Okay, I'm going to mirror you for one moment. Okay, so right hand's here. It's by the temple. Right hand, face your screen for a second. Okay, we're imagining we're using the center of our forearm. So that arm is facing here, right arm. You're going to press down and kind of circle to the side direction. That was it. All right, so from here, we're going to kind of come out to the side and press down and to the center. Okay, so it's not just going to be this folding down, right? So we're going to come to the side and press down and circle in. And then when we're here, we just want to be aware that we're not coming too low. Okay, we want to start at the temple and we want to end at lower chest level, okay, or ribs. Perfect. All right. So we know how to make a good fist, right? And from this, we've been talking about the front of our fist, okay? Now we're going to use the back of our fist, okay? So we're going to make that same fist a nice solid fist eye, okay? A nice flat surface, but instead of punching straight, we want to imagine chopping out. Our chop is going to be face level. That's why I'm doing it to the camera so you can see that it should be at your level, okay? And we want to make it clear that we're breaking in the wrist here. We're using the back of the palm. Perfect. Okay, so our right arm, okay, it's by our temple. We're going to come circle and press down. Perfect. Make a fist. Now use your elbow. Chop. Yes, but yeah, there it was. Nice adjustment. Perfect. Okay, so from here at the temple, circle and press down. Make a fist. Use the elbow. Chop. Then, yes, it's just going to come to the hip. Okay, remember when we come to the hip, we want to avoid pulling the arm back and opening up our chest too much. We just want to kind of let it relax and be what we call to the corner direction back there. So the difference of being like this versus this, okay? Let's do it a couple more times. So hands by the temple. This is that big turn. We're going to turn and press down. Make a fist. Use your elbow. Chop. And then comes to the hip. Yes. All right. That's awesome. Okay. So now we understand this one's pressing down, right? It's pressing down, making a fist, and then we're just chopping. Okay. That's the first part. But if something's coming from behind and you don't know what's coming, well, this is only going to do one aspect of it, right? You can press down, but we want to protect above, right? So the left arm is in that palm strike. Okay. It's going to come over your head to protect. Okay. So All right. With the palm striking, okay? One is pressing down. The other one is moving overhead to protect, okay? When we end in this position, it should be that nice rounded arm, okay? So just like white crane, just rounded, protecting up overhead, okay? From here, it's going to come down to the shoulder, and then it's going to go straight out for a strike, okay? All right, so we're here, left palm is striking. As we turn, we're going to come over our head so that we're rounded. Perfect. Now it's going to come directly down to the shoulder and then straight out. I've been practicing. It's looking good. All right. Left palm overhead as we turn. We're protecting our head. To the shoulder, straight out. Bam. All right. Let's try to put it together, okay? I'm going to do it towards the camera once. This is not mirroring you, okay? I just want you to see something, okay? When we are here, our left palm is striking, our right hand is by our temple. It's one up, one down, okay? So we want to make sure we have these circles. Can you see the circle? Okay, so it's like this way, okay? It's this big giant circle, okay? True Tai Chi fashion, okay? One more time. So we have that left palm striking, the right hand by the temple. It's a circle. Perfect. Now here's where we make that fist. So remember, Tai Chi is all about one forward, one back, one up, one down. One's chopping out, one's coming to your shoulder. Then that shoulder is going out and your fist is coming to your hip. Okay. Let's do it with just turning our torso. We're not going to do the footwork yet. That's where it gets a little bit tricky. But we are going to turn in the direction with which we're going to turn. Okay, so we're just going to start and fan through the back. All right. We're turning and blocking. Left palm overhead. Perfect. Right hand down below. Make a fist. We're going to chop. Left hand to the shoulder. Perfect. And then left palm out, right hand to the hip. Let's do it again. All right. I'm so proud of you. This is a really hard movement, okay? Striking with the left palm, right hand by the temple. Remember, it's that turning from the waist that leads left hand overhead, right palm pushing down. Make a fist. We're going to chop left hand to the shoulder. Make sure we really see that back of the fist here. Perfect. Then left hand out, right hand to the hip. Woohoo! All right. Now, you ready? We're going to add the legs. I know, right? But you're doing so good. Okay. So let's break it down. Remember, we have those checkpoints or those Kodak moments that we can say, hey, this is where we should be, right? So we start out with a nice bow stance, fan through the back, left palm striking, right hand by the temple. Our first checkpoint is going to be that we start shifting our weight back slightly, and we're going to turn everything together, protecting our head and pressing down with that right arm. So this is number one. Weights in the right leg, left arm's rounded overhead, right arm has pressed down and circled to that side direction a little bit. Next, we're going to think we make a fist and we relax our right foot. Number 3 for the checkpoint. Use your elbow, step, and chop out. This is a big one. Okay, we really want to make sure that once we chop, we're not chopping here. We're going to chop and stay back. Why? Because we have this second part of our movement, which is that strike. Okay, nice. Okay, so the reasoning behind this, again, you're not here for martial arts, but we want to know the meaning so our mind's connected. The reasoning is if I tried this for my opponent's face and they move back, well, palm strike gets me a little bit further. Now, how can I demonstrate this? If I'm lining up with the edge here, okay, you can see that my fist only gets this far, but watch how much further that palm strike goes. So now you can clearly see with the lines on the garage here that the fist, the chop ends up here, but then when we do that palm strike, we get so much further. Okay, so that's why we really want to make it clear that we hold that weight back. We are still connecting. Okay, we're not here and have an empty leg. We want to pour that little bit of weight or that connection to the ground, but we want to save everything else for that strike. Okay, so let's practice. Practice is key, right? All right, fan through the back. Nice starting footwork. Solid bow stance check. Can you pick up? Very, very important. Okay, because we're doing this big turning. Left palm striking, right hand by the temple. Shift your weight back, turn, press down with the right arm, protect your head with the left. Check all the weights in the right leg, circling those arms. Make a fist as you shift back. Use your right elbow, chop out, left hand to the shoulder. Remember the torso is open here, and then we're going to close, turn, and strike. Right fist by the hip, left palm is just a normal palm strike like brush knee. Okay, remember here, don't open too much, relax into it, let your torso be square. Looking good. Questions or comments before we practice a lot? This is your opportunity.
So when you pull the fist back at the last movement, the fist actually faces your torso.
The fist is actually facing up. That's a great point, okay? So when we go from chopping and when we're just pulling it back so that the palm, if it was open, is facing the sky, okay? So yeah, good question and good catch, okay? It's not something I talked about. Yeah, so we go from chopping out back of the fist and you're just going to bring it down to the hip. Exactly. Yep. So if the palm was up, it'd be, and then we just make a fist. Good question. I love it. See, there's so many details in each movement that I have, like we start with this, we move through all of this, but sometimes you forget a little snippet. Okay. So I love that question. All right. You ready to practice? Let's do it. The key to Tai Chi is practice, okay? So check your bow stance. Really be aware with this movement when we practice that we have a good starting position. Left palm striking, right hand by the temple. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist, protecting the head, pressing down with that right arm. Make a fist as the weight goes to the left leg. Chop out, touch with the right foot, just a little bit of weight. Now move forward, strike with the left palm, right hand to the hip. Perfect. Nice leans. All right, let's just do it again and again. And we're going to add a few movements before in a moment, okay? So remember, nice starting position. Sink into the right leg, step out naturally. Perfect. Striking. Right hand by the temple, palm faces out. Shift your weight back, turn. Press down with the right arm, left arm overhead. Shift back, make a fist. chop out, left hand to the shoulder, weights in the left leg mostly. Palm, left palm, right hand to the hip. Yes, yes, yes. One more time. Just fan through the back, through turn body, and chop with fist. Sink into the right leg, stepping out. And through the back. Shift, turn, circling those arms. Make a fist, chop, and strike.
Are we pretty much facing 3 o'clock at the end of this?
Absolutely. We are facing 3 o'clock. So for the whole portion of the form so far, we are either facing 12, 3, or 9 pretty much. We have that, embrace the tiger, which is a little bit off. But for the most part, we're going to 3 and 9 throughout this form. That's a great question because this is a large movement. So we are going from one side to the other.
What is the name of this form?
This is the traditional long form or the 103 form.
I meant this particular movement.
Oh, this is called turn body and chop with fist.
Thank you.
Yeah, turn body and chop with fist. Okay, so that's that chopping motion here. Great. All right, so this is going from side to side, which is a big transition, right? The only other time that we see this transition right now is from push all the way through to single whip, right? So it's the same transition, okay? Big difference being when we start with push, our right leg is forward, right? So start and push for 1 second. Feel the difference, okay? I want you to kind of have this connection here. So if we're in push, we're shifting our weight back, we're turning on that right heel, relaxing that left foot, and we're stepping out. Single whip. Here's the cool thing that we can connect. Single whip and fan through the back are the same, right? Or very similar. So now we would shift our weight to the right, turn on our left heel, relax the right foot, and step out, bow stance. So what would happen if we kept doing this movement, you notice how I'm moving back, is if our bow stance is wide enough, we go from single whip, we should be moving this way. Do you notice how I'm getting closer and closer to the camera? And all I'm doing is turning from side to side, okay? Why is that? Because we're stepping shoulders width apart, right? So we have that width of our stance, okay? That's what makes us move in this way. Once you learn the whole form and once you start practicing, you'll find that you start in one position, say here, close to this area, and you'll end up and stop your practice like all the way back here. And that's just because of that width of your stance. And that's a good thing, okay? That means that you're really opening up that quad or crotch area, and we have that strength in our leg. So that's a really good thing. All right, let's link some together. Let's start from brush knee, where we started in the previous class. Let's do needle at C-bottom, fan through the back, turn body, and chop with fist. All right, so give us a nice little chunk here. Yes, all right. So remember, nice natural stance. Sink into the right leg, step out with the left. Right palm striking, left hand by the knee. Needle at C-bottom. Right fingers point down as we step in. Pull back, right elbow sinks, left palms out in front, lifting the toes. Change to the ball of the foot. Sink or fold forward from your hips. Left hand to right wrist, both palms face out. Step for a bow stance. Strike with the left palm, right hand by the temple. Shift to the right, turning 180 degrees. Protect the head. Press down with the right arm. Make a fist. Use your elbow. Show chop. Then weight moves forward with the strike. Okay, let's do it again. All right, 3 times, right? Brush knee. Right hand, left foot forward. Perfect. Fingertips point down as you step in. We're pulling back, left arm comes up, right elbow sinks. Touch with the ball of the left foot. Fold from the waist, needle at the C bottom. Left hand to right wrist. Step for a bow stance. Right hand by the temple, left palm striking. Protecting your head, pressing down as you shift and turn. Make a fist. Chopping out. And then palm strike. Yes. Loving the power and coordination that I'm seeing in your movements. This is a big thing. We are reaching a new level of practice today. And it's really exciting. All right, let's do it again. Brush knee. Perfect. Okay. Needle at the C bottom. Right fingers point down, step in. Pull back, hands by the temple, elbows sinking down. Ball of the left foot touch, fold from the hips. Coming up, left hand to right wrist. Touch and fan through the back. Okay, we're turning. Our gaze is following that right arm. We're making a fist. We're chopping out. That's where our focus is. And then towards that left palm. Are we feeling good? It's looking good. All right, grab a drink. I want you to see what all of section 2 is. We're going to do a big practice. All right. So remember, the form is broken into 3 sections, okay? The first section gives us our foundation. It gives us a lot of our arm circling. It gives us all of the stance work that we need to complete the whole form. It gives us a lot of those basic transitions, like that transition from push to single whip, that we're again using that same style, but just in a different manner. Section 2 is going to give us some new movements. It's going to give us a lot of balance work coming up. So it's going to give us a different challenge in and of itself. Section 3 is what we call our specialty movements. We only see them one time in the form. This is as we get to the very end of the form, okay? So section 2 is what we're going to start practicing a lot of, because the section, getting through section 1 all the way through what we're going to be working on is going to be a really long chunk. So we're going to start at cross hands, which is the beginning of section 2, and we're going to go all the way through turn body and chop with fist. All right, ready? So, cross hands, nice parallel stance, right arm on the outside. Shifting weight to your right, turn on your left heel. Separate the arms as you shift to the left. 2 circles, just like brush knee, different meaning. Brush or embrace the tiger and return to the mountain. Bicycle the arm, so right arm extends out and connects as we shift, and then we turn a little bit for roll back. Left palm to the right forearm, expand out for press. Flatten the arms, come back over a ball, sitting up those palms at the end, and push. Fist under elbow, flattening the arms. So turning, big circle, Press down, relax the left foot and push out to the side. Step. Warding off out, connect with that left arm. We're going to show grabbing as we step with the right foot. Pull down, make a fist. Lift, punch, and touch with the left heel. Fist under elbow. Repulse monkey. Circling the arms. Step back, hand in front of the shoulder. Left palm to the hip, right hand striking. Circle. Step back. Right hand to the hip, left palm striking. One more. Rotate. Use your elbows to circle. Step. Pulling in, striking out. Big circle with the arms. We can do that transition step where we step back, turn from your waist, step the left foot to straight, bow stance to the corner, turning into diagonal flying. Shift forward, open up both arms. Touch with the right heel, turn from your waist, raise hands and step forward. Both arms go down circle, then the left one comes on top as we step. Right arm on the outside overhead for white crane spreads its wings. Look at your right palm. Left arm goes up, right arm goes down, then they switch. Brush knee and strike. Needle at C-bottom. Fingers point down as you step in, pulling back, lift your left toes. Touch with the ball of the foot, fold forward. Left hand to right wrist. Bow stance, fan through the back. Turn body, chop with fist. Big turn, protect the head and press down. Make a fist. Chopping out, weight in the left leg. Then full bow stance with our palm strike. All right. So that is section 2. That is what we're working on. All right. This is going to be a nice chunk here. Okay. Remember your mission. 5 minutes a day. If you did section 1 through to section 2, you are looking at 8 minutes a day. All you've got to do is practice one time. Okay? All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, have a great weekend.
Thank you.